Attaboy, great foul.
Baseball is pretty much my life. Everything I do is somewhat baseball oriented.
Baseball is Michael's passion. It drives him, it motivates him.
Come on, Mike. Excellent.
Call it!
The story begins when Michael was 11 years old. That summer, he went to a baseball camp at the University of Notre Dame, where he participated in his first home run derby.
Which is just the pitcher pitches the ball and the batter sees how far he can hit it. And I thought it was a lot of fun, so when I came home, I decided that I would like to run one.
When he told his parents about his idea, they suggested that he use his home run derby as a way to raise money for charity. As Michael considered this charity idea, he thought about how privileged he is compared to a lot of other people. People who don't have the same opportunities he has to do things they would love to do. It just didn't seem fair, and Michael made a commitment to doing something about it. So here's the plan. Organize a home run derby, charge people an entry fee, and then use the money to make life a little more fair for some disadvantaged people. It seemed simple enough. All he had to do was work out some details.
I realized that I wasn't going to be able to do this alone, so I asked my friend Mike Nicosia if he would be willing to help me.
Well, I played Little League my whole life, and I've been friends with Mike, and I was glad to help him when he asked me. We decided we were going to split up the duties that needed to be done, and I decided I would take care of the registration, and Mike decided to take care of the website.
The next step is we knew that we had to get the word out there, and so we went to local CCD programs and baseball coaches in schools, and we talked about the home run derby.
And they all thought it was a great idea and all wanted to help us out.
We made flyers and we handed it out to the coaches.
Once we got people to commit to coming to the derby, we started getting excited and happy that it's actually going to happen.
But the two boys weren't satisfied with the amount of money they collected in entry fees alone. They wanted to raise more than that. So they came up with an idea that was inspired by Michael's collection of autographed baseballs and other sports memorabilia.
I've always been a collector of memorabilia and baseball cards. This is my room, and as you can see, it's very sports oriented. Big Yankee fan. Here's some of the baseball cards. I started collecting memorabilia for fun. My grandfather was really into baseball and made me realize about the significance to autograph things. I met the senior media advisor to the New York Yankees, Arthur Richmond, at a Yankee game, and we became family friends, and he's really good friends with Don Larsen. Okay, this is very special to me. Don Larsen, who was the only pitcher to ever pitch a perfect game in a World Series. I was really excited to meet him, and when I met him, I asked him for an autograph. But instead of the autograph being for myself, I asked him to sign it for my organization, the Perfect Pitch Home Run Derby. He was pretty amazed that I didn't ask for the autograph for myself, but for the organization. A few days later, in the mail came baseball signed by David Wells, David Cohn, and Don Larsen, the only three Yankee pitchers to ever pitch a perfect game. It's just really cool to collect. I realized that we can put a few items into like a raffle and sell raffle tickets.
They also looked for donations from other businesses.
I was wondering if you'd be willing to donate.
Yes, we would love to help you with this.
They talked up the derby whenever and wherever they could.
So the next thing we thought is, where are we going to have it?
We went to the Denville Police Department. We asked them about it, and they said that it would be a good idea to use the field behind the police department called Gardner Field. Yeah, 5 years later, we still host the home run derby at Gardner Field. On the back of the flyer, there was a registration form. We got a P.O. box donated to us, so the people who want to participate sent a registration form into our P.O. box, and we picked it up, and when we got money, we'd just put it in the bank.
first year of the Derby, it actually rained and we had to cancel it. But we still raised $16,000 in our first year of doing it.
The following year, Mother Nature was on their side, and there was no stopping the perfect pitch.
You come and there's a barbecue that raises money. And if you sign up to play, you pay $30 and then you get 7 swings.
Victor Jacobia.
So if you hit it like, I don't know, say 50 feet, you get 1 point. If you hit it 100 feet, you get 5 points. And whoever has the most points in each age group gets a trophy at the end.
The Perfect Pitch Home Run Derby is now a huge success, and the boys' charity has raised a lot of money to help others.
The Challenger Baseball League is a league where mentally and physically disabled kids try to play baseball, and they need able-bodied kids to help them, go to first base, catch the ball, throw the ball. A lot of the kids either had like wheelchairs or canes, and I had to push a girl in a wheelchair down to first base when she swung the bat and hit the ball. I thought it was unfair that these kids who loved the game of baseball, who wanted to play it, they couldn't play on their own, and I could do it whenever I wanted to. I'll always remember that day. That was the day I was pretty much inspired by these kids and their enthusiasm to play baseball, and I realized that I could make a difference. We decided that they would be a good charity for the Home Run Derby. I learned about a girl. She needed a new wheelchair, and the one she wanted was denied by the insurance company.
Well, it was hard to pay for it because it was so expensive.
She really needed a new wheelchair.
I decided to take the money that I've raised from the Home Run Derby and put it towards buying this 11-year-old girl a new wheelchair.
Because it's great to see her independent and twirling around and enjoying life.
I can't even imagine myself being in their shoes. Like, sometimes I think we take for granted how well off we are. So to see them, like, it really brings everything back to perspective, and like, I have a lot of respect for those people.
In one of Michael's Little League games, his team played another team. Michael's team had real baseball uniforms and excellent sports equipment. The other kids had to play in whatever they could find.
A lot of the kids didn't have cleats. Some people had 2 different shoes on. Some of the gloves were broken and didn't really, they weren't able to catch the ball. So I was thinking that it was unfair and that other teams would have an advantage over them. So I wanted to help them out and give them money to buy equipment to make everything on an even playing field, so that they would be just like all the other teams in the league. A lot more kids from that town want to participate in the baseball program there now, and everybody's more excited now to play baseball because they realize that they have all the things that the other teams have, and that's a fair game.
I think the love of the game and having such a passion for baseball has given him an opportunity to take that love and passion and help other people.
I don't feel that I'm too special or for other kids to do the things that I do. It was pretty simple. Just come up with an idea, talk with your parents or get some friends to help you out, and anything's possible.